All right, warm up a little bit. Testing. Carrie! Carrie, I'm on a streak. I couldn't not come out today. I had some time off again tonight. So I was like, you know what? I'm feeling the heat, man. Let's go out again. How are you today? I'm hitting a pretty popular spot, the bottom of this area here. This is where I was 2 days ago. Good. Yeah, I got it back. Forgot my darn blue cord the other day. And I'm so perturbed because it's so cold out. And I wanted to go to the coffee shop over there. And I get there and they're like, we just closed. God damn. So I got this with like remnants of my coffee left. It's not hot, obviously, but that's okay. I probably got an hour out here before I start freezing my ass off. How are you? Whew. That's awesome. Did you work today? I know you were saying you got a new job, or I thought you were saying you got a new job. They're coming. It looks like a ghost town right now. It's cold as fuck, but it's not that cold. It's cold enough to where there's runners out, as you'll see some runners here, and people are coming out to drink. You know, see if we can hit up. See if we can hit up these guys. What's going on, guys? All right, there they go. I can't ask them to stop or see if they want to stop. They're on a mission for gains. Oh, that's cool. I hope it's going good. The new job so far. Hi, guys. You want to try? All right. People don't know. There's going to be accountability stations out here in public now, everybody. Kind of educating the public on, you know, which systems to strengthen and which systems you don't want to strengthen. So, all these people walking by right now, get used to seeing a lot more, you know, stickers and people wearing T-shirts. What's going on, guys? How are you? Hi, guys. How's it going, team? You guys want to try? All right. Could challenge you a little bit. What's up, Mad Gaming? Love from India. Love it. That's awesome. India's. I like the fact that the people in India, they consider cows sacred. I don't like the fact that people in India still exploit them. That's one kind of paradox. What's going on, buddy? That's kind of a paradox. We're in Maryland. I won't say the exact town, but we are in Maryland right now. Cool. So, hope you guys are doing good. What we're doing tonight is we're engaging the public in conversations, and we are amplifying on the definition of veganism, which is it's not a diet. Veganism is a stance against violence. And we will be asking some tough questions if we can get some people involved. The ideal is to be nice, warm, friendly, and keep the messaging strong. Hi, guys. What's going on, team? How you doing? All right. A lot of runners out here from the academy tonight. So I ran a bit. Well, okay, let me finish what we're doing here. Okay, so we're out here. We're asking 3 questions. The 3 questions are, do you know what veganism is? What's going on, guys? How are you? Are you against animal abuse? And the 3rd question is, how do you reconcile being against animal abuse while still paying for it 3 times a day. Convict says, are you religious? No, I'm not religious, convict. Richard says, why? Bro, it's going to be a religion. You are vegan? Okay, no problem, but why do you want to convert everybody? Richard, that is a great question, and thank you for bringing that up. So, a lot of people, and there's a big misconception out there where people think that veganism is about food and policing what you eat. And this couldn't be farther from the truth. Veganism is a stance against violence, oppression, and might is right, bullying, if you will. It's a stance. So everything that naturally follows, yeah. We're against entertainment that involves animals. We're against food that involves animals. We're against testing on products that involves animals. Everything that naturally follows, obviously follows. But we're not out here, trying to force opinions on others. We're out here trying to get people to not force their opinions on others, if that makes sense. What's going on, guys? So hopefully that sticks. What's going on, guys? All right. Because when you pay for meat and cheese and milk and eggs, you strengthen these systems of violence. What's going on, guys? How are you? And these systems of violence are propagated 3 times a day. And we're out here, we don't want to stand idly by anymore and just watch these systems get perpetually strengthened. We'd like to educate people because good people will change when they know what they're voting for. And we've all been tricked from birth in strengthening these systems and dominating those that are weaker than us. We've all been wounded from birth, in a sense. So that's your answer. I hope that answers the question, Richard. RM5000, save the bacteria, stop showering. Okay. Don't do it, bro. Don't walk down that path. James, you still ask people to participate? Yes. Thanks for noticing. I'll get back on that. I've kind of been interfacing the camera a little bit so far in this outreach. Anyway, any newcomers, would love it if you liked and subscribed to this video. I will be putting these up very frequently, once a week at least. Andre says, are you against vegetable cruelty? I am for the reduction of harm that's most practical and possible. I know I'm still killing animals. I know I'm still killing plants. And there's a lot of science out there that says plants, there might be more to plants than meet the eye. I mean, as of right now, there's no declaration of sentience, unlike, with animals. Hi there, how are you? All right. But we do know that plants have robust peripheral defense systems. And I don't want to see plants get killed, burnt, and stepped on. So I'm against, I am for the reduction of harm as much as practical and possible. And one thing to keep in mind is a cow, the vessel of which carries the meat, is a very inefficient biological machine. So you put 8 units of energy in via the plants. Those are vegetables, plants, vegetables. So you take 8 units of energy in, you get 1 unit of energy out. So it's very inefficient. So you're killing 8 times more plants and vegetables if you're not vegan. So hopefully that answers that. Anyway, if you're not vegan, consider going vegan. It's the truth. The arc of history is on our side. Go sooner than later. Go now. You can do it. All the resources that are out there. You're missing nothing nutritionally. The whole nutrition argument is completely off the table now, guys. So we go right to ethos. Right to ethos. Matt Carr says, ha. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try? Okay, I could challenge you a little bit. All right. Steve Terrell says, I'm going to eat an extra burger for you tonight, buddy. Steve, please don't do that. Eric says, I'm gonna munch on a Slim Jim. Okay, I'm gonna scan you guys with your intelligence factors, as far as your intelligence factors before I read these things. The big jackass slot says, I became a vegan today. That's amazing. That is amazing. Well, thank you for not participating in the violence. You know, you don't have to. You absolutely do not have to participate in the violence, and it's so easy to do. Hi, guys. How are you? You guys want to try? Good chow?
Where we are.
Oh, you're all vegan? Oh, gotcha. Think about it. It's the nicest way to live. Take care. They're kind of cold. I could tell they weren't going to stop. What is up with all the right-wing ridiculousness in here? I bet you voted for Kamala. Dude, okay, here's the thing. Veganism has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with religion. It's completely separate from that. It's apolitical and it's atheist. So I don't know why you guys keep conflating politics with ethics. What's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Good. You want to try?
Oh, no, thank you.
I could challenge you. Okay. Have a good night. But conflating politics with religion is ridiculous. Politics, there's nothing ethical, in my humble opinion, underneath the engine that is politics. It's all individual, me, and we go out, we vote for who's going to treat us the best monetarily. Veganism is an ethical stance. It has nothing to do with money, and it is well far beyond that. Kevin says, unfortunately, traditional farming is some of the environmentally damaging lettuce grown in California. Okay, I think I just addressed that. I'm not going to readdress the answer you're looking for again, because it was kind of a long-winded answer, but all I can tell you is a cow is a very inefficient biological machine. It takes in 8 units of energy. It gives out 1. Hi there. How are you? So just think about that and the implications there. Okay. I want to argue with you, a respectful argument on stream. Sage, you can ask me a question, but I can't really argue with you unless you're here in person. It's kind of tough, man. And you don't have to argue. Why does it have to be an argument? Why can't it be a friendly conversation with questions and answers, you know? I'm not here to spit on anybody or to be mean or anything like that. We are all wounded since birth by the culture that is herding culture. We are born into a system that teaches us to dominate and be dominated. So we are all wounded in that sense. What's going on, big guy? You want to try?
No, thanks.
I could challenge you a little bit.
No.
All right, have a good night. Yep. So that culture is called herding culture, and it has wounded us since birth. It has told us, exact your might is right on those weaker than you. Dominate. Take what's yours. And then in the same token, there's a boomerang effect that happens. You will also be dominated. You will be exploited. And we're just inundated with this since we are babies. Since we're young. Our parents are taught it, their parents are taught it. And we're at an inflection point in 2025 where many people are waking up to their wits and waking up to the truth. And the truth is, you don't have to be a follower of this system. You can take yourself out of it. And being vegan is one of the baseline thing of which you can do to take yourself out of this system as effectively as possible. Welcome to the chat, everybody. My name is James. I will be here for the next 45 minutes, and I will be asking the public questions. I will be hopefully having some healthy dialogues. The 3 questions are, what is veganism? Are you for or against animal abuse? And then how do you reconcile that if you are not vegan? In between the second and third question, I will be showing them some pictures of industry, from the eggs, the dairy, the cows, and hopefully getting them to think a little bit and leaving them with a card with resources. And I will show you guys that same card in this chat in a little bit. And if you'd like, you can scan it and get some good information from it. What in the hell? Some of these comments here, something else, guys. Bugs are not sentient. I would disagree with that, Michael. Bugs are sentient. Are you pro-life for humans too? Okay. I, my friend, live my life in a way where I'm not putting myself in that situation. Okay? And you can do that too. Veganism has nothing to do with that. All we're talking about is boycotting meat, cheese, milk, and eggs, seafood, and honey, and anything from a sentient being that can feel, have a subjective experience, and participate in this beautiful thing we call life. So. Convict said, I became a vegan today. I lasted from right after breakfast up until lunch. Oh, there. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That's funny, but at the same time, bruh, come on, man. You can do this. It's 2025. You can find a way to be vegan and not support these fucking systems. Be an example to your friends and family. Be an example to your kids. Don't feed your kids, and I hate to say this, but this is what we do when we're not vegan. We literally feed our kids violence. And it's not our fault. Well, it's not our fault until we know better. When we know better, we do better. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try?
What's this?
You guys want to try? It's a little challenge.
All right, yeah.
Okay, you're the first to arrive. Okay, I have just 3 questions. That's it.
Sure.
By the way, you're on my YouTube Live. Is that cool?
Guys, no, we're all good, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
The first question is, what is veganism? Or do you know what it is? Do you know the definition?
No meat, no like dairy products, like, no, yeah.
So that's perfect. This is why I love to ask this question first, because the actual definition of veganism is kind of more long-winded, but the crux of it is a little different. It has to do with rejecting the notion that animals are here for us and not with us. That's the distilled version. So it has nothing to do with food. Food follows. Entertainment follows. Clothes follow. But it's more of a position of strength and of more protection, stewarding.
Yeah.
The second question is, do you believe or are you a fan of animal abuse?
No.
No, reflexively, right? Like reflexively. Me too.
It depends what you can definition find.
I know, and I know where your brain's going because I started with the first question.
Yeah.
But your reflexive answer is no. Your heart says no, right?
Yeah.
So the third question is, how can you reconcile that when you're actively paying for it 3 times a day? And I lay that question out last. That's the hardest question.
How do you deal with the abuse? You eat the food every day.
Well, no. Like as far as like paying for the strengthening of certain systems that promote just violence and like oppression. And
Well, I feel like this is where I stand on this because I have no qualms with veganism or whatever it is. Like people choose like what they want to do.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, basically it comes down to money is what it is. Like, I'm in a position where I don't have to pay for factory farmed animals. It's like I can get, real pasture raised animals who like live and, breathe and do the things that they're supposed to do as animals.
Yeah, which is definitely an uptick from factory farming.
It's not perfect, but it's the best that I can do, and most people don't have that luxury. So it's
they don't. 98% of the farming is factory farming, and most people can just afford that.
Exactly.
But I want to touch on what you said first. You said something very important. You said, I have no problem with vegans, no qualms. They can do what they're going to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But there's one big thing to articulate here, to get in here. If you want to be logically consistent with that statement, you'll be vegan. The reason why is because when we're exacting harm and we're paying for meat or cheese or milk or eggs 3 times a day, we are effectively, and even beyond that, exacting our opinion on others to the extent of which we take everything from them, their life, they might have family members. We take it all. So it's kind of like much more of an uptick from just forcing your beliefs on someone. It's forcing your hand on them, kind of saying your body, my choice type of thing. So what do you think about that?
Well, me personally,
It's tough. It's a bomb. I know it's a bomb.
It is a bomb, but here's what I was saying.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like this. Not that I'm.
No. I'm bracing for impact. No.
I worked at in a vascular surgery lab for a summer, and basically what we do there, we do hemorrhagic shock labs, where we bleed out. We use swine. And
like pigs.
Yeah, and,
Gotcha.
and we bleed them out
Yeah.
For medical purposes, so we can study the hemodynamics and things like
Yeah.
that. And we wouldn't be able to have the medicine we do, the technology that we do without their sacrifice. Not saying that they don't matter per se. They matter very much for the betterment of everybody, for humans and also animal studies and medicines and things like that. So without that sacrifice, over the past 200 years, we wouldn't be in a place where we're at, where we can give hemostats, or we can give a status to people that need like blood pressure medications or things like that.
There's a lot of science coming out now. There's a group that I follow called the PCRM, the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, and they're spearheading new initiatives to where they're finding new ways to test that are not on animals for these exact things. And honestly, I think it's more ethical to test on humans than on the animals themselves, because we're not giving the animals any choice at all. Now, I know you might go next, saying, well, this is where humans is, and this is where animals are. And I get that, and actually I agree with that. I think I favor humans above animals. I would definitely save a human over an animal, unless it was my dog and I could get away with it. But the crux of it all is we can still favor humans over animals and be stewards and protectors and extend our compassion to them and protect them, instead of just bifurcating them and saying, you know what, you're a utility and you're my pet.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Until we get to the point where we don't have, for a lot of the labs are underfunded, underpaid, until the research comes out where we don't have to use animals as subjects.
But that goes,
that's a good step,
and we're kind of going off topic a little bit. But what would you say would be the biggest thing? I'll ask all four of you guys that would stop you from being vegan.
Stop me from being vegan is the taste.
I love eating meat.
Yes, I got you.
Yeah.
Cost,
I love eating
cost
meat.
is somewhat prohibitive.
Cost for sure.
Yeah.
What have I told you? I've been vegan 11 years, and I miss out on no taste. I eat ethnically. I eat Mexican. I eat Italian.
Yeah, but
I eat.
I don't 100% believe that.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's candid. That's candid. Yeah.
It's because
yeah.
you probably forgot what it tastes like. Also I don't know. It's just
well,
there's no way.
I would consider myself more of a junk food vegan. The healthiest way you can be vegan is a whole food, plant-based vegan.
Yeah.
But I found certain textured vegetable proteins that can mimic meat through seasoning, saucing, and texturing that taste just like
Beyond.
meat.
It's okay.
Yeah, Beyond's probably the healthiest out there as far as that. I'm not saying that's healthy, but it's healthier than Impossible, and it's sure as shit healthier than some of the other shit that's out there. But I miss out on nothing. I eat it all. I have a daughter. She eats it all. She misses out on nothing. And you can do it in this day and age. And believe it or not, you can find ways to make it cheaper than eating animal flesh. And it goes deep, guys, because it's not just about taste. It's about principally who you are and the example you want to set for others in the world, for your kids, your family, everything. It's a position of strength, is what it is. So. I got some cards. Will you guys take cards if I could give them to you?
Does it have your? We're gonna be able to watch this back.
Yeah. Well, you can, because I might not extrapolate the dialogue, but you'll see it on my live. I got like 200 people.
Hey.
These guys are really cool. They're gonna think about going vegan. I don't know,
Think about
but hopefully they will.
After this beer,
But hey, alcohol is vegan for the most part. I used to drink Guinness before I was vegan. And that's my favorite beer, and it's still my favorite beer. But for a period of time, after I went vegan, I learned that they're using fish for it's fish guts.
Really?
For isinglass. It's called isinglass. It's a euphemism. It's just fish guts, right? This is how we do it. Meat's a euphemism. It's actually animal flesh, right? And then so many people in Ireland, I guess Ireland has a lot of vegans, because they got so fucking pissed, and they boycotted Guinness, and to the effect where they're like, "Oh shit, let's take out the fish shit," and they did, and now it's vegan. My hands are so cool. Can you? Cool, but here you go, guys. There's resources.
It's cool you're out here doing this.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, and thanks for the energy, and thanks for actually listening. You know, the first guys that had the guts to stop by, so I really appreciate that. Please consider it. Think about the victim, because as long as you're not vegan, the longer you're not, the more animals just keep going to die just for taste pleasure. Essentially.
You gotta get these guys over here.
Maybe I'll try to get them. All right.
Thank you.
If it'll beat me up. All right. See you guys. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try?
I'm good, man.
Oh, okay. I could challenge you a little bit.
I'm good, bro.
All right. So that's what we're doing out here tonight. We're having dialogues with people. Honest conversations, friendly conversations. What's going on, buddy? How are you? Good. That was a successful conversation, I would say. But actually, I don't know. I kind of got to a point where there was kind of an impasse. And I want to have more than one conversation out here tonight. I want to have a few. So you kind of use your intuition, and if you think you're not getting anywhere, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Maybe it's time to move on, but these guys seem pretty set in their ways. But you know what? Hi, guys. You guys want to try? Could challenge you a little bit. All right. Kind of set in their ways. Your mods aren't friendly, saying meat eaters are not men. Well, you know what? They're getting a lot of heat too, my friend. You guys aren't being very nice to them when you're not being very nice to vegans, so maybe steep with that sentiment. And honestly, I mean, how macho do you think it is taking the life of a little child, a little baby? And I understand. I was not vegan for 30 years. Okay, I thought it was a great man, a great guy, a great man. I was a great man. I thought it was a great, guy, good guy, good wholesome, guy. But then once you take a look at what it is effectively you're doing and what you're saying I believe in, you might make a different choice, and you might look at things differently and realize that it's not macho at all. It's cowardly. By all means, don't expect more of your mods. Justify their... Whoa. Okay. My dad was a carnivore. Lost 100 pounds in 3 months. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try? Come on. No. Could challenge you. Don't run away. All right. Jake says, yeah, you look real macho. Oh, thanks, bro. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Dude, I'm not out here to look macho. I'm just out here to spread information. I was just saying. What's going on, guys? Was just saying that macho and that whole machismo thing, manly thing, eating meat is the antithesis of that, because you're going out and saying, I'm gonna take the life of this baby or this child, this youngling that's lived out 1/3 of its life for the sake of my taste pleasures and my yum yums, just so I can enjoy 5 minutes of fleeting. That's not macho, dude. That is pathetic, John. I can't even. I won't even respond to that, John. There's a lot of you, huh? I can't really read. Yum yums, leafy green. Yum yums, like your taste pleasure, God gave dominion over animals. I used to think that too, that God gave dominion over animals. But the more I thought about it, I realized that God would want us to be stewarding in compassion to the animals. And dominion doesn't necessarily mean to exploit, kill, cull, rape, enslave, etc. Maybe dominion means to steward, protect, foster. Maybe that was his definition of dominion. But people cherry pick it and just said, you know what? We are meant to rape, kill, enslave, etc., these animals. And the Bible told me I could do it. So, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to contribute to this violence. There you go. Thank you, Nikhil. Dominion equals coexist. There you go. The religion just redefined it because it fit their liking. That's the only reason that everyone thinks that they can eat meat because God said it was okay and said it in the Bible. Oh my God, Steve! Please read Deuteronomy on this chat out loud. No cherry picking. Deuteronomy 12:20. Just tell me what it is. Hi guys. And I'll refine it for you. Hi there. You want to try? I could challenge you a little bit. All right. Relay me the verse. My wife said you sound like you drink soy from your boyfriend's feet. As a vegan, you don't even have to drink soy, guys. I don't know what this whole soy thing is. And let me articulate something for you. 90% of soy in general is fed to animals for animal feed. So the whole soy thing is more ineffectively absorbed by meat eaters. What's going on, guys? How are ya? All right. Mitchell says, this guy gets mad when you cut your grass because it hurts his grass. You damn right. You damn right I get mad when my grass gets cut. Come on. You guys are funny with some of this stuff. Somebody said, James, should eating meat be illegal? That's a great question. Yes. If you want to hear what my heart would say, yes. And will it be illegal? I think it will. And the reason is because the arc of history is on our side. Every injustice ends. There is legal framework around slavery. There is legal framework around women's rights. There is legal framework around, you name it, gay rights. So yes, I do believe at a certain point in the future, hopefully in my lifetime, in your lifetime, meat will be illegal. Like and subscribe, newcomers. If you want to see more videos like this, I'll be out here once every week at least. What's going on, guys? What's going on, buddy? How are you? All right. Not a crazy amount of people out here, but a fair amount. Can't really read. Oh, man. Okay, answer my question, and I'll sub. How long you been vegan for? What was the last animal that did it for you? I've been vegan for 11 years. I can't remember the last animal that I ate, but it was from. Oh, and thank you for bringing this up. I want everybody to scan this. Scan this right here. This is a speech where you can see Gary Yourofsky. He's an animal rights activist. He talks for an hour and a half or so at Georgia Tech, circa 2012. And I watched this speech, and I absolutely hated it the first time I saw it. And I hated him. Hi there, how are you? How's it going? And I hated him. So I gave it a week, and then I watched it again. And after I watched it again, I made the decision to go vegan right there and then. I don't miss anything. You can eat meat, cheese, milk, and eggs, vegan versions of. What's going on, buddy? How are you? What's going on? See, you're working. Have a great one. Meat is tasty. Well, humans are tasty. I'm sure human beings are very tasty too. I mean, if animal meat's tasty, I guarantee you human meat is tasty. You would just have to recalibrate a little bit. Um, Anything could be made tasty, guys. Vegetables, you can season, sauce, and texture them. You can make certain veggies like tempeh taste just like meat. Uh, you can find plant-based meats that are 10 times healthier than regular meat. I mean, plant-based meats far eclipse the health factor in terms of regular animal-based meat, guys. If you want to see something, I have a little thing on the back here that every once in a while, I'm going to be doing activism like this to educate people on this. But it says Beyond Meat is 10 times healthier than steak or butter. Prove me wrong. I had a very successful outreach, I guess, last week doing that, and was able to. And you can look up that video in my videos if you want. I extrapolated like 4 or 5 minutes with the conversations I had, little snippets of the conversations that I had, and educating people on the fact that plant-based meat is much healthier. There's much more ingredients in actual meat, effectively, as per its chemical breakdown, than in something like plant-based meats, where it's just plants aggregated through heating, cooling, and pressure. Ben says, "Buddy, looking like Nosferatu." James, do you believe abortion should be legal? I try not to put myself in that position. You don't have to put yourself in that position either. We're just out here talking to people like you and you guys in the chat, asking you not to support violence 3 times a day. That's it. I'm going to try to get these guys here. Do you drink tap water? Okay, I don't know how that's relevant. What's going on, guys? How are you? You guys want to try? Could challenge you. If you got the guts, come over. Come on.
I'm okay.
Okay, have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Yep. So you weigh in on what goes into your mouth, but care nothing for your soul. I don't know if you're talking to me or if you're a vegan talking to non-vegans. I'm assuming you're a vegan talking to non-vegans. James, do you think Elsa should be illegal? I don't know what that is. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. You guys want to try?
I know. Thank you.
Have a good one. Hunting is not animal abuse. YM, hunting is 100% definitively animal abuse. It's actually worse than that. It far eclipses animal abuse. Hunting is just something that needs to be stopped. Hunting should be illegal right now. Could be illegal and should be illegal right now. I mean, a lot of people are against it. I mean, it's cowardly. It's cowardly. Hunch says, I love meat. Why don't you let people make their own choices? Well, Huncho, I don't know if you saw the conversation I had with the guys that just walked by a little while ago, but he floated forward a sentiment very similar to yours. And what I told him was, I don't care what you eat. We don't care what you eat. But what we do care about is not standing idly by and letting people pay for systems of violence right in front of our eyes and not hear about it. So hopefully that makes sense. What's going on, guys? How are you? All right, pretty good. This is kind of cool. I'm actually right at the bottom at this little anchoring. This might be my new spot. I feel like I'm in the middle of the Coliseum because I have people coming from all angles. And it's not a very busy night tonight, but this can get real busy, this area, especially in the summertime. So I got a feeling it's going to get hot. There's going to be some heat on me out here in the summertime. Not literal heat, but figurative heat. You get me, right, guys? TN Photography says, what do you eat? Thank you for asking that question. I eat beans, lentils, chickpeas. I do eat a few different kind of plant-based meats. What's going on, buddy? How are you? Have a good one. I eat, you name it, cereal, granola, apples, bread. I do like bread. I eat pasta, I eat Mexican, I eat Italian, I eat Chinese. I eat the same as I did before I went vegan. I just eat the vegan version of. And you can find all the vegan versions of out there. And the bonus is, guys, that they're healthier. And that's just a silver lining, kind of just a bonus. You know, they're healthier. No cholesterol, plaque promoting cholesterol. No heterocyclic amines, cancer correlated heterocyclic amines. No TMAO drivers. If you don't know what that is, look it up. No hormones. IGF-1, that's insulin growth factor 1. That's a cancer precursor. That's in meat. It's also in dairy. Growth factors, hormones, cortisol, all that stuff you are putting into your vessel. And if you have, kids, you're putting that into your kid's vessel when you eat meat. Hang on. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try?
Thank you.
I could challenge you a little bit.
I probably would.
Come on back. Come on. All right. A lot of people walking away tonight. But we got that one conversation, so that's good. So, where was I? All the crap that's in meat. All that stuff. You can eat meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. You can eat the vegan version of and not get all that shit that I just said. And at the same time, actually sync your actions with your values. Reported for That's a new one. I reported for misinformation. My friend, I'm out here talking truth. Okay, the information that you think is legit information has been told to you by the military, industrial, pharma, agriculture, science complex, and you have believed it as I believed it for years and years and years. What's going on, gentlemen? How are you?
I think you were actually wanting to put anything.
All right. James, do you think killing bot flies should be illegal? I don't even know what a bot fly is, my friend. Is it made from tech? What is that? What's a bot fly? Vegan is not healthier. Meat is healthier. Sam Willis, that is misinformation. Don't be irresponsible and tell people that. And it's also irresponsible. It's irresponsible. There's so many things, dude. I can't even. But it's not. I just told you everything that's in meat, right? Did you write those down? There's a reason that well, the number one killer. Do you guys know what the number one killer is of Americans in the U.S.? What's the number one killer? Who can tell me? Anybody? What's the number one killer of Americans? What is the? Thank you. You guys nailed it. We got not cancer. It's heart disease, taking to the tune of 500,000 people a year. 500,000 people a year. And that comes from the overconsumption of meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. And you know what the main thing is that clogs the arteries, guys? Who knows? It's plaque-promoting cholesterol. It's copious amounts of saturated fat. Those two things are only found in meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. Notice that I said copious amounts. There are plants that have saturated fat. But there's a reason for that. And that is a pretty good bellwether of what we're supposed to be eating and what we're not. Sam Willis says misinformation. My friend, I can't go any further with you. We're at an impasse. What's going, guys? How are you? Guys, I got about 15 minutes. I'm going to try to last an hour for you out here. One of my fingers is going numb. I'll go vegan if I get a shout out. Currently eating steak to this. It's shameful, man, to just say that. I mean, you guys got to wake up. Okay, so I want to show you guys a book. And if you care enough or if you're curious enough, it would be awesome if you researched it and maybe bought it. I would consider it one of the, and I could almost say the best book ever written. And it's not the Bible. But I'm going to show you guys a book. And I know in the beginning, hi there, how are you? What's going on, buddy? How are you? I know in the beginning I talked about herding culture and how we all have been wounded since birth. You can learn about that. Let's show you here. And kind of the genesis of that. In this book right here, it's called The World Peace Diet. It's written by a guy named Will Tuttle. And it articulates, he articulates herding culture and the genesis of it and how we have been dominated since birth and we have been taught to dominate others since birth. So we dominate others and then there's a boomerang effect that happens and we end up getting dominated too. So he articulates that very well in this book. There's a lot of trench harvested wisdom in this book. I highly recommend you check it out. It's called The World Peace Diet. So see if you can remember that. Also, if you want, scan this code. This code is a speech from Gary Yourofsky. It's called The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear. And in it, he goes on for about an hour. Just giving you reason after reason after reason to go vegan. And it's a very profound, impactful, emotional speech. So I hope you guys can watch that too. But hi there, how are you? But, you know, we shouldn't be yelling at each other, you know, and honestly, you guys that aren't vegan, you're the ones that are yelling at me. You're the ones that are being kind of ridiculous. I'm not, you know, James, is killing a mosquito fly illegal? If you have to protect yourself, killing is justified. There's an answer for you. But I want to let you guys know that I want you to learn and I want you to have information because I didn't have information for 30 years and I am very happy that somebody intercepted me with information. The only information you get is from the mainstream engines that are driven by animal agriculture. So I'm just out here sharing information. Tonight, more so with you. And I did have a nice conversation earlier with those kids, not kids, they were probably like mid-20s, late 20s. But I'm out here to share information with people on the street too. Because the societal flow it's just never disrupted, it's never challenged. It's easy for everybody, and I understand that. And it was easy for me too. But a lot more of us will be coming out here and challenging notions and ideals and hopefully getting people to think a little bit. So I hope you guys have recepted some of what I've said. Joey says, hunters balance out the habitat. Joey, that's fallacious. That's something hunters tell themselves to feel better about themselves. Go to adapt.org, ADAPTT.org, and look up the hunting population argument debunked. Hi guys, how are you? And he goes deep, deep, deep into how that's fallacious. Hunting is something that is just cowardly, guys. It's just cowardly. You're taking the life of somebody that doesn't want to die, possibly impacting their family members as well, all for the sake of bloodlust and thrill. It's not manly, guys. This guy says you're wrong, so you're wrong. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to come off as somebody righteous or somebody that's playing judge, jury, and executioner, but you guys deserve to know truth. You guys deserve to know information. You guys deserve to know that you can thrive on a plant-based diet.
Don't give up, man.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Trying to save the animals, man.
That's all we can do, man. Easy thing to do, you know?
I'm doing a lot of fruits now since I seen you over there.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Well, I really appreciate that. That's awesome to hear.
Them oranges are Hang him, man.
I like blood oranges. Those are my favorite. I like blood oranges.
I like tangerine.
Oh, those are good too.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by, man.
Easy deal.
Keep it up. I mean, we can. It's the easiest thing to do nowadays. You know,
I
just
got you, man.
have a great night. Oh no, I recognize this guy.
The what?
No, I recognize you. I recognize you. And sometimes you hang out with that guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I just can't walk as fast as he can.
Yeah. He's rolling tonight.
Well, mine's the arthritis.
Oh, gotcha. Man, you know what? Tonight, I had this coffee, and I was so excited to get it filled up, it rise up, and I get over there, and they're closed. So after this, I'm gonna get some Starbucks, I think, tonight. So that was pretty cool. The first guy that walked by said he's eaten more fruits after talking to me, and I'm assuming he's thought about it. It's kind of cool. So there's obviously an effect of coming out here and talking to you guys. And honestly, there's 200 of you in here. Why do you think there's 200 of you in here? Because you're curious, that's why. You're curious. You want to know what in the F this guy's doing out here. It kind of feels borderline controversial, doesn't it? And that notion, you have to also ask yourself why. Why is this such a heated topic? Why is it so kind of elephant in the room? And I bet you can find the answers to that. The answer has to do with, deep, deep, deep that it's wrong. Deep, 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 you know that it's wrong. Maybe it's in your unconscious, maybe it's permeated your subconscious, but you know it's wrong. If you're an Inuit and you're in a different geographic area and you have to hunt or you have to kill animals, we can say that's not really wrong. You have to survive. But you're not in that space. Like, you have a cell phone. Please like and subscribe, guys, if you want to see more videos like this. I'll be doing it every week, having conversations like I had earlier with those 4 gentlemen, and talking to the chat too. I mean, more interfacing the chat in my last few videos. So, but I usually am more interactive with people. What's going on, buddy? There's just not a crazy amount of people out here tonight. Okay, hold up. Do you even realize or begin to understand the serious impacts of making hunting illegal that would have wildlife populations? That's all speculation, Matt. All speculation. You have no material evidence of that. No material. It's just something hunters tell themselves. This whole school of thought, this whole kind of stance. Hi, guys. How are you? All right. So they can feel better about themselves and the kind of pain and suffering they exact for the sake of thrills. Thrills and goosebumps. I swear there must be a void with some of these hunters. How's it going, guys? You guys want to try? Could challenge you a little bit.
Good, thank you.
All right. Have a great one. Take care. I swear there must be a void in most of these crazy hunters out there. They're compensating for something at the expense of taking the life of a youngling. It's terrible. Stetson says, "Are you a Christian?" I'm not a Christian. No. I'm not out here speaking the good news. I kind of look like a old school street evangelist. Maybe I should rename my channel the Vegan Evangelist. No, I like the golden rule better. Because that's what veganism is. It's the golden rule. It's a logical consistency. It's do unto others. It's kindness, compassion. A lot of synonyms for veganism. What's up, buddy? But the golden rule, if you're religious, the golden rule kind of transcends all religions. If you are religious, then think about the golden rule. I think you'd be a better Christian or a better follower of your religion if you were a vegan. More exemplary, right? Do you eat honey? No, I don't, Sage. I don't eat honey. Nothing from an animal. You don't need anything in honey. Nothing nutritionally. Just like you don't need anything from meat or cheese or milk or eggs or seafood. I don't. Um, I don't really like agave, so I don't really have any of that. Are you going to address any of the better points being made? Not only focus on how hunting. Well, I haven't seen any of the better points, and I don't. The chat's going so fast. I can't. I don't even know that person's name, so I can't answer their question. Do I have a job? Yes, I have a job. I have a job, Dylan. Thank you. The golden rule is the principle of treating others as one would want to be treated by them. Thank you, Navia. That's exactly what veganism is, and that's exactly what the golden rule is. Um, there are a lot of trolls, but maybe you guys, some of the trolls will be receptive. Uh, Sean Baker. Sean Baker's in here? Sean Barker. No, honey is not good for you. It's completely neutral. You don't need anything from it. Lonnie, I don't care, bruh. Or girl, or I don't know if you're male or female. It's kind of an ambiguous first name. Hi guys, how are you? You guys want to try? Oh, same people. Right on. Have a good night. Okay, Trent asks, what are the three questions? The three questions are: number one, do you know what veganism is? And this is where I tell people that it's not a diet, it is a stance. Number two is, are you against or for animal abuse? And number three is, how do you reconcile being against animal abuse when you pay for it 3 times a day? Those are the three questions. And that usually starts a dialogue. I don't know if you guys saw the dialogue I had with the 4 guys. Gave them all cards. They said hi to the camera. I think we articulated a few good things there. Just say you're gay. Okay. I'm Irish. That's why I'm pale. What about insects? Diego says. We're not going to go back down that. Nothing compares to animal protein, bro. What do animals eat? How do animals get protein? They eat plants. Their protein that they have that you eat came from plants, not them. And then it goes into their bodies, and then they assimilate it in their systems, and then you get to pick up collateral damage as per the processing through their systems. Cholesterol, copious amounts of saturated fat, heterocyclic amines when it's cooked at high temperatures, TMAO drivers, hormones, growth factors, IGF-1. You can beat animal protein. Eat plant protein, no cholesterol, no hormones, no IGF-1. You have estrogen, phytoestrogen, which is technically a hormone, but it's 1/100th the potency of mammalian estrogen that comes from animals. What's going on, buddy? You want to try?
Want to be vegan?
Just 3 questions.
Oh, actually just I'm happy to do the questions, but
Yeah.
just as an aside,
You're on YouTube Live. I hope you don't mind.
hey guys,
What's up?
I have stopped eating protein like meat at night
Yeah.
because I found that it helps with sleep.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. But real quick, I'll drill now to you. What do you think veganism is, like the definition?
Not eating meat.
Right, and that's the last guys were here. Same thing, and I thought that too. It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with food. It's not a diet. It's a stance against using animals against their will. And the second question is, are you against animal abuse, or are you a person that's against animal abuse? Abuse, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right, reflexively, your heart just, of course. The third question is, do you think you could, how do you reconcile that if you are paying for it 3 times a day? How can you reconcile that on an authentic basis if you are paying for, it's not even abuse, it's beyond abuse what's happening to these animals 3 times a day?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I don't know enough about it, but like the chickens,
Yeah.
other
Hung upside
cows,
down,
and,
go through
everything that goes on with some of that's
boilers.
horrible. I'm sure the same thing happened with
Yeah.
cattle.
Well, we don't see any of it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
you're at a register. There's Kenny G in the background. You know, you take out your ballot, which is your dollar, and you
Yeah.
vote at that cash register to strengthen these systems that just want money from you,
Yeah.
and they want to enrich themselves for the sake of, you know, in effect, it's just for the sake of our taste pleasure because we don't need any of this at all in our nutrition. Zero. What would be the biggest thing stopping you from going vegan?
I'm pretty close, man. I actually,
Yeah.
you know, I don't eat meat that much.
That's the way to go.
Maybe like
Yeah.
4 ounces of chicken or steak or something once a day, but like
Yeah.
that's I've cut down meat a lot, not for this reason
Yeah.
specifically, but I've I don't think you need it because you can get protein from plants.
It's funny, I was just having a conversation. You hear what this guy's saying? Exactly what he said. Um, so, so what I would say is, you know, if you're only eating meat, say once a week, right? That doesn't matter to the animal who has to look up at the slaughterman and face that machete and have its neck slit wide open, guts all over the place. You know, it doesn't matter to that animal. You know. So we try to reinstantiate the ethos of it. I mean, the diet and the environment, those are bonuses. Your health gets better, the environment gets stewarded better. But the little animal that has, you know, a family maybe or, you know, a life probably doesn't want it to be taken away just for taste pleasure. And that's what we're doing now in 2025. So, like, what was your reason you said, or well, what would be your reason for not going full vegan?
I mean, personally, I think once a week or a couple times a week is okay, right? Like most things are okay in moderation, and I think if everybody
Health-wise.
cut back to
Yeah.
once or twice a week with their consumption,
It'd be an
lot of these
uptick.
problems
It'd be an
would
uptick,
improved,
for
so
sure, for sure. But I mean,
why not cut it all the way?
yeah. Like, I'll ask you this question: like, how many more animals do you want to go into slaughterhouses and die because of you?
Well, I'll tell you one other thing, and I'm probably like the worst person for you to interview on this because when I get like chicken, I get pasture-raised chicken, I get
Yeah.
organic.
You pay the
know,
premium, the
yeah,
green premium,
to
we'll call
make
that.
sure that I'm getting.
Yeah. Well, that's your heart. Why do you do that? You do it because of your heart, because you believe in you believe in paying for better conditions and stuff like that.
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I think you got a lot of good points, and it's.
If you want, you can take this. It's got a QR code on the
Yeah.
back, and there's a speech on there that I've been vegan about 11 years, and that speech turned me. After the second time I watched it, not the first time. First time there was too much inertia. In fact, I was very mean to the person that was I was like making fun of him and all kinds of stuff. But that guy would, he just lays down truth for you, information. That's all, but in a way that makes you think critically moving forward. So
Have you ever heard of the first rule of being vegan?
tell everybody you're vegan.
Yeah.
Is something like that? I'm presuming because I've heard a lot of vegan jokes. One of my favorites was how many vegans does it take to change a light bulb? This guy goes, nothing. Vegans can't change anything, which is absolutely fucking bullshit. Because that there's gonna be more of us coming out here like this because people have hearts like you.
Yeah.
People have hearts, and the good people are going to change. It's just the arc of history. Every injustice ends. Good people are going to change. That's it.
There's been a lot of great documentaries.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
On Netflix that have
I got some on that card.
inspired
Yeah.
awareness, and so.
Right, and
I
there's
think
more
people
coming.
Are starting to learn.
Yeah.
It's on a little
And you
bit.
can eat everything. I've been vegan 11 years. I eat meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. I just eat my version of that's vegan, and I get a healthier constitution and everything. You know, my daughter, same thing. Wife, my parents are still not vegan, but that's just case in point that not everybody's ready to hear it. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your
No
name, man?
Oh, Aaron.
Aaron, I'm Jimmy. Nice
Hey,
to meet you. Thank you so much for stopping by,
Before
man.
you go, man, I mean, look,
I appreciate you.
animal rights and fighting against animal cruelty, that's important stuff.
Coolest
I mean,
thing is it's a
vegan or not,
non-action.
so-
Coolest thing is it's a non-action. You don't have to do anything special. You can be for, the wars, or not for, but against the wars and against the children, the pedophilia, all this other stuff. But veganism's a non-action. So why not solidify your ethos and be, more credible with your,
At the end of the day, if a lot of people cut out their meat consumption too,
yeah,
I think that's going to help with nutrition and overall health and wellness.
Yeah.
And probably help with a lot.
I think it's going to help with.
But it's an uphill battle.
It is an uphill battle. It's from the beginning of civilization, the herding culture.
Oh yeah, man.
It's
I mean, none of this stuff. I was
Yeah.
growing up. Like, McDonald's wasn't even bad for you.
Yeah.
I was getting supersized fries.
Oh, me too. I ate my share. I ate my share. Trust me.
I mean, so a lot
Yeah.
of this stuff is still new to people, but
It is. 98% of people are not vegan yet. And once this starts
Really?
ticking, yeah, 98% of people are not vegan. There's only 2% of the actual population that's vegan. Once we start tilting these buying dynamics, things will change, and we'll still have great tasting food. Anyway, man, thanks so much for stopping by. Have a great night. I think that might be it for me tonight, guys. How did you know it's in Maryland? Whoever his mod is, I already reported you. Okay. Okay, guys. Does anyone have any last questions? My hands are starting to freeze a little bit. I've done an hour, and that's about it for me tonight. But I think we had some good outreach. Thanks, Navi. I appreciate you. Carrie, if you're still in here, I appreciate you. Thank you, mods. Give up your point of view on this topic. It's garbage. I would disagree with that, Corbo. Okay. Guys, thanks so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you guys in the chat that are curious, that want to learn, that are open to being wrong and open to new information. Please consider the effect of your choices when it comes to paying for certain systems. Please consider that. To all my vegan friends in here, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate the mods. And watch Gary Yourofsky's best speech ever. Watch Dominion on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, please. I want to blow this channel up. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great vegan night. Great vegan day, depending on where you're at.